Yeah. Let's go. You just gotta go hard. I go the hardest. I bring the pain. Not what you used to. It's all part of the game. Yeah, I just gotta go hard. I just gotta go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Yeah. Oh yeah, the beast back. Adrenaline pumping through my veins, can't relax. Original, I am not the same as these cats. I sting them if they never ever mind and they beeswax. I don't ever cap, but I'm wearing like 3 hats. Never been a rat, but I know where the cheese at. You'll never get a trophy cause they all here where we at. You better believe that. When it's all said and done, I'll still be here standing. Never took a loss and it ain't something that I'm planning. I dare you to say something, my focus is A1. Every dog has its day, it's been mine since day one. This is real grinding, I'm still climbing. While you still trying, I'm still shining. It's real blinding, and I'm getting hotter too. Talking top 2, I'm not a 2. You let the pressure bother you when I do what I gotta do. Let's go hard. Coming close to me, flow is on atomic. I'm starting fires through poetry. The hardest out, staying loyal, no falling out. And if you step into the court, be ready, we balling out. Yeah, the coldest of teens, they know what we bring. Don't try us, they know in between. We go for these dreams in silence. Hard work, don't mistake it for magic. We been shooting in the gym, this is target and practice. Yeah. And I'm just getting started, getting feet wet. It's all in repetition, ain't a secret. All facts, all black dress code. Pay me my respect, collecting every debt. I go the hardest. I bring the pain. Not what you used to. It's all part of the game. Yeah, I just gotta go hard. I just gotta go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard.
round 14 of the Sunshine Coast Rugby Union competition here. Caloundra versus Brothers is the matchup we have in front of us here on a beautiful sunny Saturday afternoon. The home side Brothers led out by Kyron Taniavasa and Noah Brogdon, and the Lighthouse led out by former Brumby Blake Eneva. Some Super Rugby calibre in that team there. And this matchup, last time they met, Brothers getting the win in the Battle of Nicklin Way down in Caloundra. So Caloundra, they'll be hungry to get one back. I'm joined today by second commentator, Mr. Brendan Wright. Brendan, how's it going, mate?
Good, mate. What a great afternoon for rugby. We've got a big game ahead of us here. Should be tightly contested. Brothers, the home team. The Sunshine Coast weather is spectacular as usual, and you couldn't ask for anything better.
So we'll look to get underway here. Caloundra with the kickoff. And Brothers recently a loss to Maroochydore at home, so they'll be looking to repay the faith to the supporters here. They've showed out in numbers for this beautiful contest, and we're underway. This one will be short. Brogdon tracking back for it and loses it. So Caloundra, well, that's the start they were after as they shuffle the ball to the middle very quickly. And now to the left-hand side. And Never tips it on. And now working back inside. That's Fitzgerald in the left-hand side there. And that's a great start by Caloundra. All over him early. Now working towards the centre. Matthew Gain underneath. Crawford Hemi into contact. Pushing it across. Cut out ball. And Never tries to break the tackle, but Brogdon strong underneath. And now working right side. Dummy there by Fitzgerald. It's his second run so far. He's been everywhere, but strong contact there by Richard Farsilla on the left side there. Now pushing back into the middle. And now the ball at the back. Into contact, and the Englishman Mikey Fields bringing him down there. Now recycling to the left and straight through the middle to number 9. Handled there nicely by Farsilla over the top of the ball. And playing vantage. Referee will come back here on the right-hand side. It's been a fast start by Caloundra so far.
Caloundra look like they've turned up to play. Brothers will have to be ready to go today and defensively very strong.
Well, blue wall's been their trademark. You'll hear that ripple through the back line and the defensive line as they look to defend their line here in Caloundra. Well, this is their first real attacking opportunity off set piece. We know Eneva is a line-out specialist. Brings some great experience and some Super Rugby professional calibre into this outfit today. He's suited there at the back and looking for the maul. They've brought it down here, not moving anywhere yet. It's a decent setup, but Brothers very good defensively as Caloundra punching through the centre, and it's a try. Nice and early for Caloundra. It's the number 9, Jared Kidston, and what a start by the black and yellow, getting on the board nice and early.
Jared Kidston, tenacious little number 9. His roots are back up in central Queensland from Blackwater. His father, one of the Blackwater Basilisk greats in Scotty Kidston, was a real performer at the bar and on the field. Scotty Kidston found a home at Caloundra now and has set up shop, and it's a good try, good setup by the forwards to allow the number 9 to cheekily shoot through the middle. Brothers will have to be onto that. Surely they'll go back to that again.
Looking for the conversion now. Mac Burgess. Right footer from the right side. Steps in now. And likes it. Over the black dot. Valiant effort in the charge down by Sam Buckley. He's going to keep coming all day with his effort plays. And Brothers, it's shell-shocked early, unable to take the kick off. And Caloundra onto him straight away. And now Brothers with the kick-off. If you're looking to swing momentum in a game, a strong chase off the kick-off is normally a good recipe for success, as Leone comer, and he's got that completely wrong there. Leone and Caloundra looking to come through in the contest. And luckily for Brothers, Caloundra are going to play this on here, pushing through on the right-hand side and still going. That's a strong run by Todd Cam there on the right-hand side. And now a push ball out the back of Caloundra. Free-flowing rugby now into the left-hand side. Kerr gets it onto Eneva and Buckley over the top. But it takes 3 to bring him down. Eneva and just near the sideline there on the left-hand side. And now working back into the centre. Matthew Gain underneath. Shout out to Nick Burt watching from New Zealand. We've got a New Zealand import here on the field. And now pushing Caloundra. That's Burgess in the centre. Now right-hand side, a kick over the top. That was Simpson, and now taken by Kerr. Kerr down the right-hand side, breaking tackles, and just brought down. Well, the blue wall, they're going to have to get into effect here nice and early. Tanya Vasa working up to make the tackle there. And never looking for the pick, but they'll go to the line. And Brothers, well, they still look shell-shocked here. They'll need to get a result here at Caloundra. They could go 2 on the trot. Burgess off the left foot inside. They're not far now, Caloundra. Space out to the right. They choose to just hit it up here. This is Tanza, close to the sticks. And it's a knock-on by Caloundra, so Brothers, they hang on. And that's what they need at Brothers, just a bit of momentum. But Caloundra, they look very, very active here in attack.
Caloundra's been fantastic to start this game. They've made every post a winner. They've used the ball. They've taken advantage of field position. Brothers need to stay calm, though. They haven't had the ball. They haven't had the opportunity to use it, so not panic stations yet. The worst thing they can do is start to get concerned with this and start to panic. They just need to stay calm, stick to their game plan, work it out of this end and start to get a bit of territory in possession, and things will come back their way. But full credit to Caloundra for the start.
As we hear the war cry ripple from the sheds there, reserve grade in the previous game. Getting the win for Brothers, a Drew Goodman intercept to seal it underneath the sticks. We'll see them lock up 4th place heading into the finals. But for this A-grade team, this is a must-win. Currently sitting 5th, 5-5 on the season. They need the bonus point today if they're any chance of making the finals this season. They've beaten Caloundra before. This seems like a new and fresh Caloundra today. Their normal captain can't ask you on the sidelines, unfortunately, with an injury. He's been fantastic for them all year. But they don't look out of place here, Caloundra. They've come to play here in the Battle of Nicklin Way. It's a strong scrum there nice and early. Both teams struggling to stay up as Leone kicks it. And that's straight out, almost hitting the com box there. As that will land it around the 40. So Brothers just looking to get out of their own end here.
If the balls do come this way, luckily we've got a fullback in the com box. Second rows are not to be trusted.
Nate Askew throwing the line out in here, the brother of Khan, the injured captain. It's a great story. And now working back into the centre, Caloundra. Inside ball, read beautifully by Leone Kummer there as Brothers. They'll set this trademark blue wall as they look to get a result here in defence. An advantage now for Caloundra. High shot there by Brothers. So they'll work to the right-hand side and straight through Caloundra. This is Simpson Tapari. Tapari tips it on to Kerr. Kerr in the right-hand corner gets it away, and Burgess, he will skip away for the try, will he? No, referee's going to pull it up. Forward pass is the call. So Brothers get away with one there, and Caloundra, wow, they look slick early.
Brothers really need to consolidate here. They can't be taking dummies like that, allowing Caloundra easy yards and easy line breaks like that. They've been under pressure early. If this continues, it couldn't go well for Brothers. So just a little reset, get out of their end, consolidate, and you start that with defence. Taking dummies like that, that's not a good start.
There's a reshuffle before kickoff for Brothers. Nicole McCroft, a late omission from the lineup. Sorry, Kyron Tanyavasa jumps into the 12 jersey, and Moses Ulaviti at number 8. So a late reshuffle may just lead to the nerves as Tanyavasa goes for the chip kick there. A very interesting decision as it's still going to be Brothers' ball. Very lucky to regather that one, Brothers, as Pickering will take a hit up just to the left-hand side of the ruck, and Brothers, well, they are scrambling here for answers. And strong defence so far from Caloundra. It's advantage to Brothers. Now Craven has the ball. Craven dancing, gets the offload away. That'll go to ground. Buckley picked it up in the in goal. but will work back now for the advantage. And brothers, well, they just look flustered early. Caloundra's line speed seems like just too much for them to handle, especially out of their own end.
Again, chip kicks and offloads under pressure, that's not going to help this situation. Brothers need to get out of this end and start playing the game out of their own 22 if there's any chance to stop this momentum that Caloundra's got.
And the last kick from Gumma out of their own end, it wasn't too bad going out on the 40, but they got to back that up with some defence, brothers. They really need to work to earn some field position here. The game's not going to swing in their favour unless they work for it. As Collins, he'll have it at the back now. Short ball to Tanyavasa. And he'll hit the line, goes down there. And Caloundra, they're all over that one. Another advantage here for brothers. Off the feet at the ruck as Jack Packer, the removalist, back in the lineup today, and a strong carry on the left-hand side. Now Brogdon, he'll work it left, and Brogdon breaking tackles at will. Ball hits the deck. And they'll work back now for the advantage. So brothers, a bit of a let-off. It's good to see them chancing their hand out of the 22, but they needed this penalty. This could be the start of a swing in momentum here.
Yes, they'll look for touchdown field. The key play here is going to be the line out. They need to win this line out.
Well, the removalist back in the lineup. That brings a bit more stability to the set piece of brothers, both at scrum time and in the lineouts. Been scrambling for hooker options in recent weeks, but Packer, as you can see, straight to the mark there, commanding his troops. Jazz hands Jared Young at the front as well. He is going to add a lot of experience and confidence into this pack. As it seems a centre ball. Pickering falls down and Caloundra all over it. Brothers scrambling forward. It was a knock on Caloundra, so advantage brothers here again. Do they chance their arm? Matthew Gain through the centre. The New Zealand import, just one of many, and now the Englishman. The internationals getting involved as they'll work down the left, and a knock on there by brothers. So Caloundra with a knock on there and trying to regather that from the line out, and it just seems both teams look a little unsettled here.
I just think brothers are trying to rush a bit at the moment. They're getting quick ball, but the halfback's looking to play quickly. It puts their runners under pressure. Perhaps just that half a step, that half a second slow down, play with a bit more control. And they'll get back into this game, brothers.
And it's a strong backline for brothers, even though the omission of McCroft caused a reshuffle. You got Tanyavasa, Stingrays representative. Leone Kama came through the Drua system, but that's a massive penalty there by Caloundra. If teams can dominate at scrum time, normally goes a long way to winning this game, and brothers are just unable to wrestle the momentum back here. Caloundra just all over him, and Packer potentially a little underdone from the shoulder there at the front row, marching to the sideline to have a conversation with the touch judge there, not happy with something, but scrum times where forwards need to take a bit of pride, and Caloundra are doing so far.
Well, that's gone dead. So another break for brothers there. Hopefully they can start to take advantage of these. After that scrum penalty, you could see the backs running in from Caloundra. Not sure if it was to celebrate, congratulate, or steal a bit of the credit for those scrums, but we know they contribute zero. It's not until August they even understand why you have a scrum or how you have a scrum.
And brothers will be looking to respond in this scrum here. We know this brothers pack, they are hungry to be the best pack on the coast. And Caloundra again, winning the penalty. That one seemed cleaner from brothers, but still there.
Interesting penalty. The scrum stayed up, the ball was out. Not sure.
I believe it was for turning at the scrum. Brothers been pinned recent weeks for trying to screw it, which is fair game, but you've got to move forward first. And now the defensive line out for brothers is going to be pivotal today. We know this Caloundra unit, I mean, it never just gives them so much stability. He's actually in the back line at the moment, and that one hits the deck, pushing forward the Englishman, but it's scooped up now by Burgess. He'll collect a few more metres there after contact, and now will go down. So Kidston, the Blackwater 9, he'll tip that on there, a juggle there by Crawford Hemi, but he'll bring it down now, and Kidston, now a quick ball. Vendetti working into the line, and that's a strong tackle by Farsilla, forcing the knock on there. And brothers, well, the blue wall is starting to come to fruition here as Moses Ulaviti with a strong carry there. Strong tackle, sorry. You can hear Jack Buckley commanding his troops. He is everything for this brothers team, brings the energy, the spirit. When he's in and around the ball and making plays, goes a long way to winning a football game, and it's almost what brothers need right now is a bit of Buckley magic. His brother Sam can provide a bit of it as well. The scuba diver out the back there in the full body skins.
Must admit, brothers look fitter. Calandra's a bigger outfit. I think his constant play may wear down eventually, and that could be something brothers could look to exploit.
The only comer there, taking it into the line, looking for the offload, but unable to get one away. Just brings it down. Ball hits the deck there, but scooped up by the Englishman. Reliable as always, and now Ulaviti. He'll pick it up from the scrum, breaking a few tackles. Still going is Ulaviti, and he is a hard man to bring down now. And Collins looking to the left-hand side. This is Comer. Big cutout ball now, and this one will hit the hands of Craven. Work it back inside. Our-man into contact on that left-hand side. Can he stay in? And he has done so. So brothers just looking to settle things now, and they'll do so through the forward pods. Matty Gain, strong run. Now centering it. Collins, he'll have a dart. Caloundra looking over the top. Englishman strong with the clean out as Pickering now with a pick up from the back, and our man, he picks it up now, and brothers just rumbling forward. This is the best they've looked so far, and working into some field position. Come a long ball. This will hit the deck now out to Buckley off the right foot, and now working in his brother in over the top. Craven is there at the back. He'll have a scoot on the right hand side, and Riley Craven, he is as reliable as always as he continues to work down the right hand side there. And Caloundra, they've got to roll away. Ref's called it back now. 2 penalties on the trot. So brothers right in front, do they look to get some early points, or do they back themselves here in the line out? Only had one opportunity so far at set piece, so they'll be looking to prove that they can contend with Caloundra. Normally a team with strong piece, and well, this is the best brothers have looked so far. This is a good opportunity for them.
I think you maintain possession here. Brothers haven't had a lot of ball. This is the opportunity. They're going to kick down into the corner. Again, the line out, critical here. Win the line out, continue with possession. With territory comes possession. This is good stuff from brothers. First opportunity down, deep into Caloundra's half.
Will be interesting to see the setup of the line out here. It's shaping to be a 5-man, and that's what they will retain. Brogdon, Pickering and Farsilla are in the centre. It's a back ball to Farsilla, and tips it, and it's taken there by Nate Askew. So brothers just get it wrong there. They're 0 for 2 for set piece, and that opens up the opportunity for Burgess to clear downfield, taken by Craven. He'll centre it now for Buckley. Sam, can he link up with his brother? No. He'll fly through the middle. Sam Buckley still going as Buckley down the left-hand side. Gets it back inside now. This is the removalist, Jack Packer, and he'll go down on the left-hand side. So, brothers, this is a good opportunity for them. Pickering, quick hands. Oh, that is sensational from brothers. The Englishman will get over for his first try of the season there in the corner. The veteran Mikey Fields, and brothers, what a way to hit back there.
Well, it's easy to look at the brilliance of Sam Buckley, the brilliance of the hands at the end there to get the try in the corner. But what made that try was the patience. They made a break through the middle. The player went to ground and they didn't rush. They had a look at what was available. They blew over the top. They didn't panic. They went wide. Beautiful hands. That's what you train for Tuesdays and Thursdays with the drills. Beautiful catch and pass, and it all pays off, and they score in the corner. And that's what good training on during the week looks like.
You can tell the coaches, well, they love that one. Dave Matthias just giving a big scream in the centre there for his pack as they are rehydrating. And brothers, that's the moment they needed to just get back into this one. Caloundra have looked very, very damaging early as Pickering will have a crack here. Right footer from the left-hand side. It's a good strike, and he's got it. So Pickering, that's why he's at training every single time at 6 o'clock, kicking goals. Works hard on his goal kicking, and he's been able to get the reward this season. He's been striking the ball quite nicely.
And just like that, after all that pressure from Caloundra, territory in possession, it's 7-all. You could argue brothers looking fresher. They need to go on with it now, get back down the other end and apply more pressure.
And Taniavasa, this is a strong run down the left-hand side. Farsilla played a big role in that last try. He will seal over the ball now as they'll work left again. And Never strong in contact there. So brothers just need to do exactly what they did for that last try. Just settle things down. Work for the option. Collins, this will be a box kick. Short of the back three for Caloundra. Taken in now on the right-hand side by Joey Gordon. And Gordon, he'll break a few tackles now. It's Burgess. My apologies, as Buckley will bring it down and they'll work immediately left. Big cutout ball now. Now this is Joey Gordon. And it'll fall to Luke Fitzgerald now on this left-hand side. Fitzgerald will work back into the centre. Breaking tackles, gets away from Ulaviti. But now meets Taniavasa. Looking to hold him up, but got to his knees there in time. And Caloundra, they'll centre it now. Jack Packer with a strong tackle. Now space on the right if they can use it. This is a crafty kick by Burgess over the top. And Craven's there and pulls the mark. The defence there by brothers in the end. Way to scramble and then rolling back. He is just as experienced as they've done there at the back. Rugby IQ. What he builds his game off and comes there getting out of pressures. He's probably used for something better if it sits up. And Craven flying through, of course he is unable to make the tackle, but then runs into Taniavasa, unable to get it first time. Englishman looking to hold him up as Caloundra will centre it now. And working forward, this is Will Tanza. He's done a lot of work early, just stabilising Caloundra's attack through the centre of the field. And they've got numbers here out to the left-hand side. Shaked out the back, but Corbin Hemi will just take this in. Numbers left and right, they go left. This is Fitzgerald into the line. Taniavasa looking for the contact. And now left-hand side again, and it's a cutout ball by Kingston, but it goes out. So brothers able to relieve themselves of Caloundra's offensive pressure, and they're not going anywhere in attack. They're staying on brothers on stick-on position here.
We're in for a ripper here this derby. High energy, a lot of ball in play. I can really see this game opening up later on in the second period. Might see some exciting rugby this afternoon, so don't go anywhere, folks.
Good line out there by brothers. Seems they've gone to the four-man as they'll work this back inside to Jack Buckley. And that has been a good solution for them throughout the season from 5 to 4 as they look to work it back inside. Picked up now by Buckley. He'll look for the pass, he'll dummy, and now swings it outside to Riley Craven as he'll work back inside, and it's nice work there from side to side for brothers now as Collins will look for the quick ball. This will fall in the hands of Ulaviti, and he's been hard to handle all season. Long place there. Taniavasa picks it up at the back of the scrum, and it's strong contact there. Blake and Ever looking for the pilfer, but Sam Buckley there over the top with the seal. Comer off the left foot, looking for an offload, won't get it. Another long place. Caloundra all over it, and it's a fair steal. And he'll win the penalty now as Pickering looks for the counter pilfer. Unable to do so, and Discipline just letting brothers down there as they look quite good in attack, but Caloundra, they are just staying in this contest.
It must have been milliseconds to release, but the referee was right there, he was all over it. Called it. And now brothers' opportunity to get to test the line out again and get up and try and defend.
It's a tough job being a ball boy here at Brothers Rugby. Just have to go for a flying over the fence there, unfortunately. Go for it, no ladder, no nothing, just good old-fashioned hard work. Love that with brothers and the juniors. Boys on the sideline looking to help out as Nate Askew. Caloundra, they've been polished in the front, and they'll continue that trend as they work it back into the centre now, and looking for the out ball and never into the line, and that strong contact by Ulaviti. Chopping him down, and it's a knock on by Never, and the boys get around. Ulaviti there. Blake and Ever will, I mean, he's the biggest player in the competition by a good 3 inches in height and a good 10 to 20% in muscle mass. He is an absolute snooker table running into the line, and it is just so happened that he's met Moses Ulaviti, who is like a miniature snooker table.
Well, it doesn't matter how big you are, if you can't catch, that's a problem.
Well said. Brothers getting around him there. It's good to see the backs identifying how hard the forward packs had to work in this game. to consolidate the defensive line as Brothers. Have they found a solution at scrum time? The ball straight out. That's tidy work from Packer as Kummer. This ball, and that's a great kick there. Skidding out as they look for the quick line out there. Caloundra, it's still on, but Buckley working hard to ensure that that's not the case. And Kummer looking for the 50-22 there, just pulls it up around 5 metres short, but it's still a great result there for Brothers getting out of their own end. And we saw what happened last time they were up here as they'll look to try and build some pressure here.
Great kick. You're not going to win the game out of your own end. You've got to get down, build pressure.
And Jack Buckley, a good chase. He's a great rugby player. Great bloke as well. Always gives me a smile at the combox. Makes me blush. As Caloundra, it's a rolling maul here. It seems like Never is the leader as they rumble it now out to the right-hand side. Pickering's going to have to work hard to stop this as Brogdon. Well, he's the main stopper here on this right-hand side as Richard Farsilla pushing it down now the left. And now this is a kick here for Buckley. Takes this one, works it back into the centre for his brother Sam. He can link up with Craven if he's quick enough down this left-hand side. And Never looking for the tackle there, and they've got it. So it's a territory battle now in this game as Brothers just need to stabilise. Kummer's put in some good kicks so far today as this one hits the deck. Pick up by Brogdon. He will have his trademark crash into the centre of the field now. Collins goes to Uluviti and Farsilla pushing him through the line there. And it's ripped out by Caloundra, so that's a great play there by Andrew Campbell. As that's an interesting kick by Gabriel Vendetti. It's worked down there on the right-hand side. And now a turnover, Kyron Taniavasa. So plenty going on here. Round 14, Sunshine Coast Rugby Union. We're in for a treat here as the ball is just going everywhere. An inside ball there. Craven looking to pop that one up. And Brothers still holding on. So both teams just scrambling to hold possession here as this is an exciting contest we've got in front of us. And Caloundra, they look out on their feet here. They've had to do a lot of work early. And Brothers, they just do look like the fitter packers coming now. He'll look for territory over the head of the winger, and that's a good kick there. Leone Kummer, he's controlled territory quite well here for Brothers in a game where they've been behind the 8 ball a bit when it comes to that department.
Well, if you go back to Vendetti's kick, that's why second rowers don't kick. His dog would not have 1 ounce of fear in him if that's how he kicks. Absolute bludger. But it seemed to work out. It's when you least expect it, that trick play. Perhaps they've practiced it. It certainly doesn't look like he's practiced those types of kicks, but whatever works, it's a game of rugby and you've always got to be prepared.
I mean, you can't say the kicking licence be revoked. I mean, by the way he kicked it, I don't think he had one to start with, so potentially a learner's program in order to acquire that one is needed as Caloundra. This is their second time going for the rolling maul around halfway as they gain about 10 metres from it, so some valuable work there by the forwards as they turn this one back inside to Gordon. Pickering's there for the strong contact as a Never. Quick hands, Burgess puts this one up now. Buckley's the only one home. He's got Craven on his left as Jack works back to link with him now. As it's a chip over the top by Buckley. Has he got the speed? If it sits up, it has. And Joey Gordon is going to work hard to get that one down now as Buckley on the ground now. So Sam and Jack working in a nice little Buckley contingent. And they've lost that, Caloundra. Unfortunately, Jared Kidston, he's been good so far in this game, but that's just the pressure that the Buckley boys provide, and the back three for Brothers just continuing to work hard here out of their own end.
Well, I'm going to harp on about it again, but you kick it down the other end, you put the pressure on. You can't score from the other end of the field. Get down there, good pressure. Sam Buckley, Jack Buckley. That's where that started. You go to a ruck or a maul, but there's not a lot of people back there to support it, and this is what you end up with. Caloundra looking not as sharp as they did early on, and Brothers, I repeat, looking the fitter of the two teams. So perhaps we'll see Brothers start to assert some dominance.
And it seems the adjustments are successful ones for Brothers as they get that one quick out of the scrum. As our man breaks tackles now, it's Sam Buckley down the left-hand side, looking to link with his winger, and that ball hits the deck. So it's great work there in defence by Caloundra as Tom Roper will bring that one in on the right-hand side, and we'll have a scrum now on that side for a Caloundra feed. So Brothers just chancing their arm a bit too much there. It was the the patience that was able to consolidate some good attack when they were working down that left-hand side earlier in this half. So seems they just need to go back to a bit of that if they look to get points, because Caloundra, even though they're out on their feet, still a very good defensive unit. They are in second place in this competition for a region. So Brothers just need to respect the opposition a bit more and just start building some pressure. Probably haven't really put Caloundra under pressure so far.
No, they haven't. And when they do, you can see there is some holes in the defence, that Brothers are making some breaks downfield. So they've got to keep the pressure on, play down this end of the paddock. And you just never know. They might start to crack Caloundra open here, but they're a very good side, Caloundra. As you said, second on the ladder. You don't get there by accident. They've got good players, good systems, and they're a well-drilled team. So it will take time to break them down if that's what you're going to do. And it looks like Brothers might just be starting to do that. And they need to go on with it, though. You can't just rest on your laurels and start to throw it around and hope you're going to make breaks. You've got to keep your basics, possession, take time, and then look for those holes out wide. And that's where Brothers' strength is. So let's see them try and win the battle up front and then shift it wide to their strengths in the Buckleys and Cravens. They're the absolute bedrock of this club.
As we see, Caloundra 8-3. We're looking to bounce back. A loss to Noosa last week, 57-14. So Noosa making a big statement to the rest of the competition that they are the team to beat in this one. And I mean, Caloundra, you can see here potentially the injury of Karnascu, their captain, their leader, just rippling a little bit throughout as we see Sam Fator Polaga warming up on the left-hand side there. He's a great addition as Brothers, a strong push in this scrum here. And they are looking to turn the balance, turn the momentum in this as they work forward now. And seems Matthew Gain taking a knee there. Referee's pulling it up. Potentially the play in the way of an injured player.
I think, didn't see it exactly, but I think Matthew Gain may have run into the referee, which prevented him from getting to the player. So
yeah, okay. Caloundra scrum will be the call, and that's a good result for Brothers, all things considered.
Is that running into the referee, Henry? Or
running into the referee, yes.
Yes, always a good result. It's not every day you get to do that, and when you do it and it's purely accidental, it has a certain type of enjoyment about it. But we love our referees. They do a great job, particularly across the coast. Unfortunately, Rowan Hoffman, who was meant to referee this game, couldn't make it today. I played a bit with the Hoff. He's an absolutely superb player.
Was it Turkey or?
He played in Portugal.
Portugal.
The Hoff.
Yeah. I assume Turkey because that's where they do the hair transplants.
Yeah, he absolutely loved a mirror, the Hoff. Absolutely loved him. His biggest fan was himself, but he is a wonderful referee. We're lucky to have him, and the guys up here do a great job.
Advantage Caloundra there, so Brothers seem to have found a solution in the attacking side of their scrummaging, but still defensively, Caloundra winning that battle. And this is the third time Brothers have given away a scrum penalty. You can see the frustration starting to mount, especially in the back line. They know there's holes there if they can build pressure, as Buckley commanding his troops here. And a man of his energy, ability. It's interesting to have him on the wing. He'd want the ball in his hands as much as possible. We've all seen these Buckley moments, and this time last year at this very ground, he had the best of them all. Brothers were down 14, and he scores the last try. Time had expired, actually, against Nicole McCroft, who is now a brother. I'd like to remind him of that one as often as possible. As we see a substitution there for Brothers, Sam Polaga is in for Mikey Fields, the Englishman, as Packer. He will take this one into the defence here, so they get the result on the defensive line out as they turn it back inside. Playing with the advantage there. is a good excuse to throw it around, but brothers, they just need to start to build pressure here. It's been a trend for them that has gone in favour of the opposition quite a lot. They haven't been able to put teams under pressure, and that's got to be the goal here moving forward. As Sam Polaga joining us from New Zealand for the last few games of this season. He's been a great addition, bringing quite a lot of experience into that front row. Not that it needs it with Michael Fields and Jared Jazz Hands Young up the front there, but Sam Polaga Fiotoa Lilo brings a bit in there, and even though he gave up the scrum penalty on that first one, it seems that an adjustment was necessary. Potentially the calves of Mikey Fields, which have been giving him trouble all season, but even just an early knockoff for this first half after scoring a try would be well deserved.
Just a bit of a last 10 minutes, the game has slowed down a bit, a few knock-ons, a few forward passes, and Caloundra might be getting their breath back.
Kama turning our man inside there as he works into the defence, and there's space here for brothers on the right-hand side if they can use it, and they've got the calibre out there. Kama looking for hands. It's the cutout ball to Buckley. What's he got here? Off the left, off the right. Breaks a tackle. Still going now, and we'll settle this one. Knees on the ground. Got a release. They do. Picked up by Taniavasa, and it's going to be a penalty to brothers as Collins will tap this quick, gives it now to Gain, working into the centre of the field, and he will break some tackles now, looking to link up, but will take that in. Patience is key for brothers here as Collins will push it back to the right-hand side. Ulaviti, the mini snooker table as Caloundra over the ball. Have they got the result? Have they? Ref will let it go as it comes back for brothers. Now Brogdon juggles but recollects into contact. Polaga over the top with the seal there as Caloundra pushing through, and they've called it a knock on there by brothers. An interesting one for the referee who was right there. Ball seemed to be out, knocked down by Caloundra. Seemed to be the first diagnosis, but brings it back for a knock on Collins, and he's unlucky there, Riley Collins, not his fault. Need a bit more urgency there for the forwards from brothers.
Again, brothers have been half a step too quick. If they just slowed down a little bit at the ruck, just took a bit more control, ball in hand, getting Caloundra to tackle.
Jack.
Hopefully the brothers scrum here, another big push. The last few have been really good from brothers after a couple of penalties early. And again, oh, sir.
It's an interesting one there by the referee. Seems that Will Zanza ended up on his back there. So we're going to have a line out here. McCormack setting the mark.
Sean McCormack, absolute stalwart of the Sunshine Coast rugby scene. It's a bit of an interesting gait at the moment. He had a recent Achilles injury, which he's coming back from. If I was a betting man, I would have said a calf injury, but Achilles. And he's one of the guys on the Sunshine Coast that has built rugby. Kiwi, loves his rugby. Never gave up and is enjoying the fruits.
And it's a good throw by Caloundra there, just the back jumper, unable to bring that one in nicely, but they've been able to shuffle this one to the right-hand side and get a kick in now for the Buckley boys. That one unable to sit up for Jack as he'll put that one on the boot. Bit short for the back three there, and it'll hit the deck, and flying through now is Jack Buckley. Can he get the bounce? And it just sits up for Burgess there late, who will look for the clearance now, and it's a solid kick. But Jack Buckley, that's what he does, the effort plays. As they take it quick now, brothers. Leone Kama in the centre of the field, looking for people to go with him, and he'll go himself now down the left-hand side. A running 10 is his trademark and using it here now. Collins, cut out ball again on this left-hand side. A flanker slash centre in the way he plays on the edges here for Brothers as Pickering looking for the tip. We'll take it in now. Jazz Hands just overrun it a bit there, but gets there for the seal. And that one lost there by Taniavasa into the line. And Caloundra, will they deserve that? The defence has just been good enough to hold on here as Brothers. They're building pressure in little patches, in little moments, but unable to just consolidate it all. And I mean, it'd be frustrating for Brothers and Caloundra here. 7-7 scoreline you'd take in the amount of work they've had to do this last 15 minutes defensively.
Well, we were centimetres away from a Jack Buckley special. But it's how you react to that. It appeared to be the one of only 1 or 2 chases on that kick, and they're the little 1%ers. You need good kick chase. Buckley clearly put everyone on side. You've got to get back down there. Caloundra's 10 that had a mountain of time to kick that ball out. Brothers play it quickly, and it's a domino effect. It's rushed, it's unstructured, and you end up with a knock-on.
And a water break now for both teams. Right before this scrum. And they've got to build off set piece, Brothers. The lineouts haven't been great. The scrums, giving away 4 penalties now. So this is where the game's got to change. They've got to be able to hold the ball and build some pressure. And with halftime approaching, both teams would want to get a result here. Even a penalty goal or a drop goal potentially could just give that team the confidence. As we look out to our left here, some grey clouds approaching, so you want to try and get some points on the board while you can. Not sure if that's rain or anything, but we'd hate for it to spoil the contest that we've been given today between these teams. As Caloundra, it's a strong push on their right-hand side. Referee had the whistle in the mouth for a while there, and it's turning, so we call it back. And I mean, that's a result of both teams looking to screw that one. Brothers normally dominantly screw on the left-hand side through Jared Young, and conversely, Caloundra looking to make a statement there through their experienced prop Will Tanza. So both teams just wrestling the momentum here at scrum time.
Well, son, you'll learn eventually that it doesn't matter which side you screw on as long as you're screwing. This Brothers scrum is starting to become a bit dominant, and surely the fruits of their efforts aren't far away.
As Caloundra cycle that one out, it was a better defensive effort there by Brothers as Fitzgerald will work this into the line. Dummying. Now we'll link with Gordon and Buckley. That's a good tackle underneath, but it's a quick recycle there by Caloundra as Kerr will work it back inside now to Burgess as Burgess goes down. Brothers over the top, and they've won the penalty. And that is great work there by Sam Arman, the centre, being able to get the pilfer there, and that's great for the forwards.
Great defensive work, Brothers. Caloundra, probably the most dangerous they've looked for a short period of time as they work back into the game, which is funny to say at 7-7, but it's been a great game of football so far, and hopefully the second half lives up to the first half.
And again, making a half of the ball boys here as that one goes out. It'll be interesting to see what Brothers go for here. It is the 4-man. So slip it to the back. Packer just lobbing it up there, and it was too much of a lob as Nate Askew's able to bring that one down. And Brothers at set piece, it just seems they're overthinking it a bit, overplaying their hand as Caloundra are going to work it now to the right-hand side. This is Fitzgerald. He looks very tenacious and carrying the ball in 2 hands. You never know what could happen as Taniavasa looking to hold him up there. And that ball's out. Kicked by Taniavasa and picked up on the left-hand side. He's going to link now with Craven. Craven, can he get it back in? He has! And Kyron Taniavasa, the Stingrays representative, he will score just to the left of the posts. And that's great work there. Something out of nothing. And that's what Brothers needed here in this game.
Well, you've got to take your opportunities. And that opportunity presented itself, and Brothers executed it beautifully. It's probably not going to make the highlight reel of the top 10 tries for Brothers this year. There wasn't a lot of structure or build-up, but that doesn't matter. It counts for 5. hopefully 7, but when you get an opportunity and you take it, again, you rely on those beautiful draw and pass skills, which they executed to perfection. Taniavasa, side the post.
Pickering now will have the kick. And Brothers, I mean, they take the lead here. A lot to work on for them. Caloundra haven't really looked too bad defensively or offensively. Their structure and ability to hold the ball has been great so far in this game. As we'll enter half-time now. 14-7 is the scoreline. Tries to Taniavasa, SCRU, and Mikey, the Englishman, fields that first one with the slick hands in the left-hand corner. We'll be back very shortly for the start of the second half. back here for the start of the second half. I was able to sneak away and listen to the brothers huddle at halftime, and the main message coming from the tunnel was, or coming from the huddle, sorry, was to just build pressure, slow things down and stop forcing the offload. So it seems brothers have identified what they need to do in this game, and I mean, from the comm box here on halfway, couldn't agree more. It's just about consolidating in attack. And as for Caloundra, well, they've looked good when they have ball in hand and have field position. So that's going to be a real focus for them, ensuring that they're able to get into Brothers' end and start putting some pressure on. The momentum just swung in Brothers' way in that last sort of 20 to 15 minutes of the game, and they were able to steal a try late. As Cummer's going to put this one short. Pickering is leading the chase as he's rushing through, and Gordon takes the kickoff there, looks for the offload. Referee says back as they're looking to hold them up now as Brothers. Strong in defence as Burgess will look for the clearance, and Matthew Gain, the flanker, is back there. He's going to centre this one to Buckley. Good hands collecting it at his feet as Buckley's going to work back through the middle, stepping off his right foot and gets some good help there from his forward pack. Collins now has a look. Brogdon shielding Leone there as he looks deep into Caloundra's territory, as it is a mark taken there by Lockie Kerr. It's Caloundra just looking to slow things down here. A bit flustered off the kickoff. It was good pressure there by Brothers, getting up and in the face of Caloundra defensively. They've obviously come out with a big focus here, as now Caloundra will look to clear this one here, and they've done so very nicely. This one will come out just past halfway.
Well, if we get some action in the second half like we did in the first half, we're in for a ripper. I think Brothers appear to be the fitter team. So if they can maintain possession, put pressure on Caloundra, but then you got Caloundra's size, their set piece, their structure. They're a hardened team, they know how to win. You put all that in the mixing pot, you've got yourself a good game of football.
Caloundra bring that one down. Gabriel Vendetti has been very good at set piece time. And there is Sam Palaga-Fertolio looking to hold him up there as Nate Askew's able to get that ball out the back. Gain goes low and misses, and that's good work there by Caloundra as they work into the centre of the field. That's Curtis Crawford-Hemi as they cycle the ball now quickly out to the left-hand side. Fitzgerald working. We'll get that one onto Calm now, and he'll push on the left-hand side. Very close. It's a good run there by Todd Calm as they work back now. Burgess off the right foot into Pickering and Jazz, and they're able to hold him there, and now they'll work left. Kingold gets it to a Never. He's a tough man to stop that close. Brothers appealing for a pilfer there, but Caloundra have it at the back. Fitzgerald, short ball. This is Crawford-Hemi again. Very, very close as Brothers pushing their troops in now close to the ruck. And it's a penalty there by Caloundra. Offside is the call, and he's going to go to the pocket here, the referee. And it's a yellow card straight away.
Well, that's surprising. There was no lead up to the yellow. Yellow must have been talking to him in his pocket.
Pickering is going to head off the field. The goal kicker now on the sidelines, and a big part of the line out, and that is, it's interesting from the referee. I mean, normally in a position where there's no foul play present, and that's a great catch by the crowd there.
Oh, superb catch.
Normally when there's no foul play present, it seems that penalties close to the line are able to be sort of built up before a yellow is given, but that one must have been considered a professional foul. So, as we said, the referees on the Sunshine Coast, they normally get these calls right. So Pickering, it'll be a long and cold 10 minutes for him on the sideline, and I know Logan quite well. He won't like sitting on the sideline too. He'll be watching this tomorrow morning or sometimes tonight in front of the couch with a beer or coffee, whatever suits him at the moment. After this yellow, I'd say probably a beer, even if he is watching it on Sunday morning. Maybe a whiskey.
Well, it's just not what Brothers needed. Like, they had to start well. They've immediately allowed Caloundra to march downfield, and then a yellow card. It couldn't have gone any worse. Let's see if Caloundra can capitalise on that and get right back into this game.
And this will test the character of Brothers. This will test their blue wallers. This is a strong rolling maul by Caloundra, and straight away scored off a rolling maul in the first half, and they'll get one here in the second. That's Nate Askew. Fantastic work from the hooker, just commanding at the back there, and the set piece from Caloundra just proves to be too strong yet again for Brothers.
Well, it's absolutely critical now. Caloundra have shown their hand immediately. They will go to the piggies and try and blast through Brothers. The halftime speech was clear in the Caloundra huddle. Let's use our strength, let's use our size, let's go through the middle of these guys, draw them in, and run over the top of them, and that's exactly what they've done. The yellow card obviously doesn't help that, so for Brothers to stay in this and ward off Caloundra's threat.
Oh,
As it hits the post and misses, Brothers are going to need to be extremely controlled here. Control the ball, control field position, slow the game down until this yellow card's over.
hitting the post is an understatement. That just walloped into it. Post probably have a concussion or something now from that one.
There was no Lee Matthews, but it's up there.
His Brothers looking short here. Cummer will put that one up. Taken in now by Burgess as he will look, and Ulaviti, he's been strong in contact all day and continues that now. As Caloundra will look for the clear. This is Lockie Kerr looking to push it downfield. His brother Riley playing for Maroochydore Swans today, so interesting that the brothers aren't in the same contingent as we see here in this game with the Buckley brothers. There's one of them bringing it in now, Sam. Strong with jazz hands over the top. Collins looking for runners, and Brogdon there as always to take it into the teeth of the defence. He'll get over the gain line there on the left-hand side as Vendetti putting pressure on Collins again. He will give this up to Sam Fetai. Lilo gets it away to Matthew Gain. No one with him as he'll place that back now, and Collins looking left, turns it back inside. Our man jumping over the ruck, breaking a few tackles, and they've got to get numbers there, brothers. Kerr over the top with the pilfer, but brothers just get there in time. Gain picks it up and they look flustered now. Nate Askew should have that one. No, spills out the back. Brogdon looking for it and never quick hands. Fitzgerald now will work down the left. He'll get that away, and now Simpson will work it away to Tom Roper, who'll bring it down on the left. So Collins strong in contact. So brothers just pushing the offload again. That was part of the halftime speech, to consolidate the ball, and they're not in the position to chance their arm as Burgess works in. Ulaviti underneath. And the blue wall will need to be strong for brothers. And they win the penalty there. A pilfer over the top. That's tidy work there. Let's go is a call by David Matthias on the sideline. He knows how crucial this next 10 minutes is for brothers. And they've got to let off there.
Brothers got to slow it down. They'll do everything perfect in the next 7-8 minutes, however long this card's got left, maybe less.
So feel a little bit of dribble coming down now. Nothing on the radar for today, but the grey clouds just starting to form quite quickly over the top of us. Be interesting to see how much rain falls here and how it affects this contest.
May well be the end of my commentary career.
Short there for Brogdon at the top. Collins cycles it out to Cummer. Turns it underneath Matthew Gain. Brilliant crashing through the line as brothers just need to stabilise it here. Collins will take a dart, and Collins straight through on the right-hand side. Puts it on the toe for himself, will it? Dived on there by Caloundra. And they're going to look to work it out of their own end now. Plenty of numbers around the breakdown, and it's a penalty to brothers. What a play there by Jack Packer, but it was Riley Collins showing the dummy and going straight through. Had the IQ to put it on the boot, and that's a good result there for brothers as a little sprinkle of rain comes down. Nothing that we can't handle here in the combox.
Well, they've gone to the line with a player in the bin. You'd wonder why a shot of goal wasn't on the card there. He could have eaten up a good minute of play, minute and a half. Gone ahead.
Especially with Pickering being the main line-out option. They go for the four-man now. Jared Young works through it, and it's a trick play here. Working down the right-hand side. Brothers pulled up just around 5 metres from the sideline, and they'll win a penalty here again. Well, if Pickering was binned for a yellow card for a penalty close to the line, you'd think Caloundra maybe on their last warning here as well. That's 2 in quick succession as Brothers. They're going to look to work this through the piggies here. And that is a try for Brothers close to the line. It's Jared Young. It's a great day for the big boys here. Both starting props able to crash over. And Brothers, well, when they can consolidate pressure, they can get good results here.
Well, forget everything I said. 14 men, go for the try. Points all day. Attack, attack, attack. Unbelievable from Brothers. They worked their way downfield. They got some penalties. They didn't panic. Don't worry about going for 3. We'll take 5, thanks, and we'll dine out all night.
And Jared Young, they call him Jazz Hands for a reason. Just silky with the ball and able to crash over there. And it's a good day when the big fellas can crash over. And we've seen all forwards score today. I mean, Tunyavasa playing 12, but he's a number 8 at heart. He's a back rower. As we see Kelly Rush warming up on the sideline there as Kummer. He drained a kick to sink Caloundra's hearts in this game last year. This one from the sideline, just across the face there. So 19-12 will be the scoreline. And Brothers, well, they just need to consolidate the pressure here.
Well, one of your big risks with forward scoring tries is industrial deafness at the bar later that night when you're hearing them recount the tries over and over and over again. Former try scoring machine like myself gets very bored listening to forwards talk about tries.
Especially Jared Young, if anyone can put it away at the bar, it's him, as Craven takes this one very close to the line. We'll swing it infield now to Arman. He'll look to work it through the centre, finds a gap, but just brought down there. Strong contact by Arman as Collins now scrambling to get this one back. It's Van Buskirk, the US import. 2-time A-grade player of the week this year in his 2 starts. And now this is untidy for Brothers at the ruck. Picked up by Gain, looking for the offload. Breaking tackles, but just brought down there in a good effort. And now they'll work it back. This is Ulaviti looking to push through the centre. Still going Ulaviti, and they've got to get numbers around the ball, Brothers. They arrive for them now. And this one out the back, Kummer looking off the right foot. Still going and now brought down. So with the 10 in play here, you'd think that running the ball will still be the option. Advantage here for Brothers as they look to work it forward. Advantage, or was the ref just throwing his hands up? It seems like still open play here as Brogden brings this one, and there's men everywhere now on the deck. As this one gets back to Kummer, it's going to be a deep kick, and it will be advantage Brothers. High contact is the call, and you'd have to ask the question, with Pickering put in the bin for what we'd assume a professional foul, this is 3 penalties on the trot now for Caloundra. Does the referee start issuing them a warning?
Perhaps a touchy could even step in, Henry, and maybe suggest that it might be time for a card for Caloundra. You never know. Do a great job, the touchies.
As
still light rain.
As Corin Tunyavasa just getting the knee re-strap there. As both teams take a bit of a break, and it seems that line will be the call for Brothers. They spoke at halftime about using what they'd learned at training throughout the week. A few set-piece plays as this one isn't out, but it hits the deck. Pouring through is Tunyavasa, and it's a knock on there by Caloundra. So a let-off there for Brothers as Collins unable to find the touchline there. And I mean, Brothers, it's been a weird contest. At no point have they really been dominating, but they seem to just have their heads in front here. Only 7 ahead in the scoreboard, but they've just been able to get the good luck today as well. The rugby gods are shining on them despite the grey clouds above us at the moment.
Yes, well, I did comment earlier, Brothers did look fitter early on in the piece, and they did weather that early assault from Caloundra in the first half, and while they were under a ton of pressure, that may just have set them up for later in the game. And this scrum will be super interesting because early on Caloundra was strong in the scrums, but it looks like Brothers have made a few changes. They've got a bit tighter, and the Piggies have got on top of the Caloundra forwards at the scrum, and Surely they're due some dividends. They've been pinged a couple of times after clearly being on top. So,
well, Joe Van Buskirk in at loose head prop now. It seems Jared Young has been given an early knockoff for this one, and Jack Packer and Sam Palaga talked at halftime about working together to combat that tight head who is pouring through now in Caloundra. I mean, that's their 5th penalty at scrum time. They are just dominant there, and an interesting one there for Brothers, as it seems that it's Jack Packer who's actually gone to the bench. Jared Young is the hooker now, so a hooker change halfway through the game is not a recipe for scrum success normally, even though Jared Young does have quite a lot of success here on the Sunshine Coast in that position. But it's interesting tactics for Brothers here as Mikey Fields and Jack Packer, 2 of the best scrummagers in this outfit, currently on the bench when needed most.
well, certainly not what I was predicting at scrum time there. Huge Caloundra scrum. They just dug in and got the result.
And now working through the centre, never juggles it but brings it down over the gain line there. The former Brumby as they'll work it in the left-hand side. This one hits the deck. The line speed for Brothers just not quite up to the standard it should be, as Pickering's back on the field now and active, looking for the pilfer. And
Shot.
Sam Fitoa Lilo over the top there. The New Zealand import, one of many in this outfit, over the top there with a strong shot as Pickering, a chop underneath. That's his trademark there on the right-hand side as Caloundra, they'll work it back inside. And this now working forward is their import, Gabriel Vendetti, Argentinian, I believe, is now a chip over the top for Caloundra. No one home, and that is out on the
That's
full,
hit
is it?
the line.
So they'll work it back now. The touchy taking a leisurely stroll back to halfway. And that is a big turning point for Brothers. But this will be an interesting line-out. The removalist Jack Packer off the field. Jared Young to feed it in. Time off now, signalled by the referee as Caloundra. A man down injured there. I'm able to see who it is. Seems to be Curtis Crawford Hemi, the number 8. Just off memory there, which would be a costly loss. He's been good so far in this one. Just taking some strong carries and stabilising the attack for Caloundra through the centre of the field.
It looks like some honest conversations are being had in the forwards here for Caloundra. They need to tighten up. There's just a few bobbles, balls going to ground. They're well and truly in this, and with Caloundra just being off a little bit, probably looking for Kitson to take control for Caloundra. Kitson, an absolute shadow of his father. He's not half the player his father was, Kidston. Scott Kidston, one of the great players of Blackwater.
Jared Young now to feed the line out in. It's a 5-man for Brothers. Interesting with Packer off the field. What can Jared Young give us here? And it's Farsilla at the front. Not the best throw, but it's worked for Brothers as Kamal will centre it now at the back to Taniavasa. Looking for the long ball. He'll dummy and take it into the centre of the defence. Still going, Taniavasa. A lot to handle, the Stingrays representative, as a never looking for the pilfer and hasn't got the result. So tidy work there by Brothers at the back. Ulaviti, he'll take it into the centre of the field again for Brothers. He's been strong, but it's a turnover here on the left-hand side. A little chip kick over the top. Buckley working hard to get there. Looking for the bounce. Won't get it in Caloundra. Referee calling try there as they fly through. That's Fitzgerald, and that is something out of nothing for Caloundra now. And Brothers just unable to hold the ball. It's the exact same thing as what happened in the first half. The silly offloads and an inability to build pressure is just killing him here in this one.
Well, normally it's Jack Buckley doing that to opposition players, snatching it out of their hands and scoring tries, and you can't fault his effort. Absolutely flew back there. He just copped a crook bounce. And he's still well and truly in the positive column for that sort of behaviour, but one to Caloundra there.
That was James Simpson Tapari with the try, and converted there by Burgess.
that ties things up at 19 all. So we're in for a ripper end of this game.
$19 apiece, around 15, 20 minutes remaining in this contest. And essentially 0-0 in this one. That's going to be the mentality for both teams. It's a fresh start to this game here. Midway through the second half, both teams need to be able to build pressure. A kickoff is a good reset for both sides. About 20 more, says the touch judge. Leone will get us started here on halfway. It's going to be a short kick again, and he's got that one right on the money. That is contestable as Calm working through, loses that one. Referee playing advantage, tackled in the air is the call as Caloundra, they'll kick deep here, and it's going to be a penalty. Caloundra, good intent by Brothers, but they just got that very wrong there, taking Calm in the air. And Caloundra, well, they're going to have good field position yet again, and Brothers, this is a big moment for them defensively.
Well, it's just a free swing. That sort of penalty is an absolute coach killer. It's 19 all. You kick off, it's a good kick off, it's contestable, and then you got a player coming through and turning his back, and really a dumb play from Brothers. There's no other way to describe it.
Lockie Kerr kicking for line there, former Sunshine Coast Grammar rugby union player, so keeping it local is Lockie Kerr. Went over to Canada to play a bit of rugby and now back on the Sunshine Coast for Caloundra on the wing here. A flanker growing up, so he'd have the defensive calibre, as it's going to be another penalty here by Caloundra, and Brothers killing themselves defensively. As Brogdon asking the question of the referee. Caloundra, good spot here for the 3. Wind picking up a little bit, but if their rolling maul is anything.
Interesting jersey on the number 1 for Caloundra. He seems to have framed the number 1 in the Leicester tape. Interesting play there.
And Brothers, they've got to be prepared for the rolling maul. Caloundra have been able to get a result off it twice in Brothers' end, so you've got to be able to match numbers, go for the sack here potentially. Caloundra have been setting it up quite nicely, not moving forward until it is set. That's been stopping the sack, but I mean, Brothers, they've just got to work harder to ensure that they're able to be a bit of a disruptor here in this one. As SCRU will feed it in, he's been brilliant, scoring 2 tries early for them. Out of the back of the rolling maul as a never is binded onto the back, but they go to the front now, and that one tips. It's picked up by Vitor Lilo, who will get it to gain in the centre of the field. Good contact there by Burgess underneath his Brothers. There's plenty of space to the right-hand side if they can use it. Or they go for the exit straight away. Collins hands it off to Ulaviti. Good run there. Varsila close in as well. As Collins now looking to work this one to the back. Plenty of numbers around the ball as Kummer will look for the exit. Will he? No. Off the right foot, and now it's a chip over the top. And that one's just got over the head of the winger. Kummer leads the chase. So does Jazz Hands. So does Brogdon as they work this one into the centre to Lockie Kerr. And that's a strong tackle there by Joe Van Buskirk, the big fella working hard to get back there as Brothers looking for the pilfer off their feet there though, as Caloundra will swing it now. This is Vendetti working into the line, gets the offload away. Roper now down the right-hand side, back inside to Vendetti, back inside to Liam Cam. He'll break a tackle into Vendetti, loses it right before the line. And now Sam Ahmed working through the centre of the field. He's away, Sam Ahmed. Has he got any support? Oh, this game of rugby is so good here as Caloundra the pilfer now. The ball has been turned over every which way. It's hard to keep track as now they'll kick into the left-hand pocket. Buckley chasing, and that's a good kick, Caloundra. Great result. And Vendetti, he'd be kicking himself there, just lost it right before the line. Caloundra almost able to get back on top of this one.
Well, as we seen earlier, Henry, if he did try and kick himself, he would have done it off the side of the boot. Done some great work early on. Some great interchange of passing, but after 2 or 3 good plays, Vendetti, he was due, and he saluted the judge and knocked it on. Luckily for Brothers, some great work by Caloundra, some great work by Vendetti. You don't often see a big second rower gallivanting down the outside near the touchline, but he'd done it beautifully. And if I'm being honest, it's almost a shame he knocked it on. But if I'm looking through my blue and white glasses, I'm glad. We then went downfield, a pilfer, a pass, a kick, and we're back.
And Jared Young turning that one over there at the front, so Caloundra, they will have an opportunity here, and this is it for them. Around 15 minutes to go, they'll want to get a result here with the overwhelming amount of territory they've been able to mount in this last 10 minutes, and the set piece for Brothers just continues to let them down as they'll work that in. As they look to hold him up here, this is a big moment. If it's able to stand and he hits the deck, Moore not singled by the referee, so they're able to keep going. This one out the back, Burgess off the right foot again, crashing in. Mac Burgess to the right of the post. That's a great try by Caloundra, and they've earned that one. Brothers discipline, just letting them down, and they get the reward for their territory here, Caloundra. They're right back in this one. 24-19 is your scoreline with a kick to come, and Brothers, they're out on their feet here. They're going to need to come back to win this one here. It's set up for a good old-fashioned comeback, just like it was last year. Don't go anywhere, folks, as we see a double rainbow appear over the posts. This game has been fantastic, and we've got plenty to come.
Well, Paul Mills, one of the great coaches of Brothers in Brisbane, Queensland representative at inside centre. Paul Mills, all he ever said was don't ever get beaten on the inside, and that's exactly what happened there. Caloundra hit the lead, they were up early, they were down, now they're up again. What a great game of football here on a Saturday afternoon.
(26-19) is the scoreline. We'll say Kelly Rush and Kobe Kelland come onto the field now for Brothers. Billy Coyner as well down on this left-hand side, and this one's coming straight for us. They've got that very wrong as that one bounces over our heads and into the backup fields there, and Brothers just killing themselves here with their discipline. You could see the intention, but they just get that one very wrong. It's Kobe Kelland into this one for Riley Collins, a current Siena Catholic College Year 12 student, so hasn't even had his 18th birthday yet. He's getting a sniff of A-grade rugby here on the Sunshine Coast. He's a great prospect for this club moving forward. And plenty of Siena alum on this field here. Sam, Jack Buckley, Billy Coyner, Kobe Kelland as well. Good representation in this blue and white stripes as we see Kelly Rush come on a flanker here, the number 9. So Brothers potentially just looking to bring on a bit of experience here as Brogdon has shifted into the second row by the looks of things. And that's a strong scrum there by Caloundra as they keep it in the back. Referee's got to raise the arm shortly for this one. He's going to let it go. No penalty as it stands. Just a strong push by Caloundra, and now he's given the advantage as Van Buskirk just walks out the back there. And Caloundra, they'll work this forward. This is Burgess looking to link out the back. Knock back is the call as the only comer looks to wrap him up and looks for the pilfer. He's on top of the ball. Has he held his feet? And he's got it there, Leone Comer, as he looks for the quick tap. And that is going to be interesting there as Leone Comer. I mean, Jared Kidston was walking away with the ball. There's that, but Comer, he shouldn't have going searching after that one. And Brothers, in a game where discipline needs to be at the focus, at the forefront here, they're just letting themselves down a little bit here.
Well, that passage of play can only be described as an absolute dog's breakfast. That scrum was a dog's breakfast. After 3 or 4 or 5 penalty scrums, to allow that to carry on was a dog's breakfast. It then went wide, there was drop balls, there was a penalty to Brothers, and then whatever that was at the end there, completely unnecessary. Let's just take the kick for the line, have the line out and move on.
Leone lucky to not get that one turned back on their head there, brothers. Lucky to hold on to that penalty. And they've just got to hold their heads here, brothers. They're only down a try. Just the pressure of Caloundra, this strong pack, is just starting to mount as reinforcements have come onto the field. Some fresh faces out there for brothers. Teams Billy Coyner on the wing here. So Riley Craven given an early afternoon. He was great this afternoon. Effort areas as always, pushing through. Help set up that try for Taniavasa as this one will come down here for brothers. Kelland will feed it into Kama. Short ball now to Kelly Rush. He'll tip that on to Moses Ulaviti. He's been great this afternoon as Kelland. Quick ball now, Kama. He will look to run as always. That's his style in there as Matthew Gain close into the ruck there, looking for an offload. It's Kelland. He's a running 9 as well. This is a new angle as Fields down the right-hand side. Brogdon, Van Buskirk down the right-hand side. The big fella pushing into the defence as brothers. This is their moment. This is their time. Ulaviti, his second run in quick succession. And there's numbers out here to the left-hand side for brothers, but it's a strong counter push, Caloundra. And it's going to be a penalty for brothers here. So this is it. This is the moment. Be interesting to see the decision. Only down 7, so 3 points are valuable, but the way this game has been going with the arm wrestle here, you consider a scrum or to the line for brothers, but set piece hasn't been their friend. A quick tap could be the best as Kama's going to take it to the line. So clearly a set move, a maul, something up their sleeve here, brothers. They fancy themselves from the line out. An interesting one with Jared Young defeated without Fasila in the line now, as they have the discussion as to who's going to be there. A 4-man seems to be the decision. Van Buskirk, Brogdon, Pickering and Ulaviti as they slip out to the back and look to fire it quick at the front, and it's not straight there by brothers. So quick tap was the option. They get it wrong again at set piece, and that has just been the start of their capitulation here. They've got to build through their set piece. They've got to start rallying some momentum. As a free kick now awarded for Caloundra, it's going to be Lockie Kerr to take it. And that's a strong boot as that one is going to pass the floodlights there and go out at around the 60-metre mark. So a big let off there by Caloundra. Brothers were mounting pressure. And now Caloundra, well, they've got their nose in front here. It's going to be a brothers line out, but they need to start getting one right here.
Well, at 26-19, there's not a lot of time left. Brothers have got to be good. In fact, they've got to be better. And some of these turnovers and errors are just not good enough.
And this one hits the deck, and it's another turnover at set piece for brothers. Burgess chips it over the top there, and that's out on the full. So brothers will get another opportunity there. They've made about 6 or 7 metres on that one off the line out. So, I mean, a positive result, but it comes down to it. They have to get this right. They have to get a set piece right. The 4-man hasn't been working. The 5-man hasn't been working. What do they have up their sleeve here, brothers, to just guarantee some clean ball from set piece? As it seems Caloundra just creeping forward a little bit. The time-wasting strategies will start to creep into this one as Caloundra. We've been saying it all afternoon. They're a tidy outfit as Pickering and the Englishman flying through to pluck that one out of the air. That's why he's on the field. His experience is so valuable. And there's our Kelly Rush off the left foot. Normally a number 9, but into a flanker position here. Caloundra over the top. That one cycled back, and Kellen, he'll look out now to Kama. Kama will switch the play down to this right-hand side. He'll step off his right foot and into contact there. And brothers, there is numbers left if they use it. They go right to Taniavasa. He'll look to push through the contact. His leg drive is pivotal there and uses it beautifully. And Ulaviti, that one bounces up. And now a short ball, Van Buskirk pushing through the line. And never looking for the rip, won't work. And Kama now out the back. Buckley off the right, off the left, into contact. Knees are on the ground. They've got to let him go. It's a high contact advantage here for brothers. What have they got up their sleeve as the referee calls this one? So not much time left here. This is a good opportunity for 3 points if brothers choose to take it down 7. I know you need the try, but the 3 opens up an opportunity to have a chance to win it.
Well, a strong run from Van Buskirk, the American over here playing for Brothers. Not a lot of people know, but he once appeared in the campaign for Donald Trump early on in his first term.
And Kelly Rush works down the left-hand side there. Kellen, well, there's plenty of space down that short side. Choose not to go there as Jazz Hands, the try scorer. He'll step off his right foot and through contact here, and it's another penalty advantage for Brothers. Taniavasa picks it up from the scrum. 1 to beat. Can he get there? So close. Flings it out the back to Coiner. Now working on the left-hand side. Oh, and that is dangerous there. Very dangerous from Caloundra as they pick up and tip him onto his neck. And that's the 3rd penalty in a row. Potentially a bit of cheese now for Caloundra. And this game just continues to give.
So you have to ask, you do have to ask the question. The yellow card appeared so quickly, so early in the second half, yet a number of indiscretions here.
And Coiner asking the question, the tipping, the lifting. Doesn't intensify the penalty. Quick tap. Kelly Rush gives it to Ulaviti. Ulaviti through the centre, it's a try. And Brothers are right back in this. We've got a grandstand finish. They did it last year at home. They came back from way more than this, and now they've got themselves back into this one.
Well, they got to do this, the kick first, knock it over, get back in the game. And then they've got to look to their game breakers. We've got Buckley's by 2. We've got Coiner. Brothers need to set this up, be patient, be calm, stick to their processes.
Around 5 minutes to go in this one. According to the stream, potentially some injury time in the mix there as well. So still plenty of rugby here to play this afternoon, and the weather has just delivered a few grey clouds pass by, and now clear blue skies for what is going to be a sensational finish as Pickering knocks that one over the sticks. And Moses Ulaviti, he has been fantastic for Brothers this year. A good addition. Very present at training and in around the club. He has been a credit, and his hard work is paying off here with a very, very strong run through the centre. Promoted to the starting lineup into the number 8 position with Nakoa McCroft ruled out before kickoff. It's 26 all. There's 5 minutes to go. What has this game got left to deliver? Kerr will give it short. Coiner calling for it from Rush, and he'll take that one safely. Coiner down the right-hand side, looking for the pilfer immediately, Caloundra, but Coiner able to cycle that one back. Brothers, do they look to go 80? Do they look to exit? They've got to be good here as Caloundra over the top. That's a massive play right in front of the sticks. The 3 points comes into it now. And that is a brilliant play there by Caloundra. And this is such a big kick. It's going to be Mac Burgess with the responsibility. And it's a genuine conversation. Do you take the 3? Do you go to the line? The rolling ball's been working for them all afternoon. Do they back themselves here? And they're going to go for the 3. This will wind time down just a touch. And Brothers, clearly the option was to try and run at 80 or 90 as they had runners everywhere, but the most important part is ensuring that they're able to seal at the breakdown, and they just get that wrong there. So discipline for Brothers just proving to be the difference here in this contest, as Mac Burgess, he has got a big, big job on his shoulders here.
Well, Benedetti went over, put his arm straight around him. Can only assume he said, better you than me. Benedetti proven today he's kicking. It's not his strong suit. He has been an absolute pillar in the line out. But I would not be taking advice off him on goal kicks. But here we go.
Burgess, right foot, moves in, strikes it.
Bludger.
And pulls it to the left-hand side. This game just continues to deliver. It's a nail-biter here on the Sunshine Coast. Time off now. Player bleeding from the nose here for Caloundra, so this will just allow the anticipation to build. It's Lockie Kerr coming over for a water, but the player down there, Logan Kingy, He's been solid today for him in set piece. It's a dropout here for Brothers. And you'd think you'd just want to get this as deep as possible, try and play some footy in Caloundra's end. Look for a pilfer of your own, look for some sort of penalty, some sort of result here, Brothers. This is not the territory they are in to win the game, and if you're Caloundra, well, it's just about consolidating for this next 5 minutes. We know they can hold the ball and build pressure quite well, as this one now taken in on the left-hand side of the field, and they'll crash this up right away, and that's strong contact. Ulaviti, he's looking to make a difference here as our man over the top as well, searching for that pilfer, and now working in. This is Crawford Hemi into contact. Billy Coyner calling troops out to this right-hand side. Brogdon, Gain and Jazz Hands, they're the ones to get across there. Ball hits the deck, now picked up now by Vendetti. Over the top, Matthew Gain, has he got it? Not long enough. Referee says play on as they swing this one now back into the centre of the field. Big looping pass, Caloundra. They're looking to go end-to-end. A try is how this game should end for them. This is what this game deserves. Burgess hits the deck. He's down there. As this one, they force him out, Brothers, have they?
Well, some big defence there from Brothers. All legal, all okay.
Buckley looked to take it quick there, and this is a big moment in this one. Mac Burgess down on his back here. This is not what you want to see. Looks like just cramping, which is a good result for this game.
I think that's the winded pose. Both legs up, push your knees into your chest. I'm not sure what it does. Certainly makes you feel good.
We'd hate to be robbed of such a good finish here in this game. Mac Burgess has been fantastic for them. Unfortunately pulled that kick there, but I mean, he's been directing them around the park beautifully this afternoon without him. Unable to get in here, and as the team's just coming together for a cuddle or
bit of a committee meeting, I think, from the Piggies.
I mean, this is really interesting at this stage of the game. I mean, I can understand that the competitive juices are flowing. Vendetti is right up the front there.
Right in there. Loves it, Vendetti.
I mean, hopefully his chat's better than his kicking, as we've seen today. Not the strong suit.
Wouldn't be hard.
Yeah, no. No Johnny Eels in the 5 today. But Vendetti, Argentinian, I believe. I mean, our forwards coach Dave Matthias said he's Argentinian or something, guys. We've got to do something about it. As they go to the back here, Pickering brings it in. That's pivotal. Kelland hits the deck, picked up by Jack Buckley. So Brothers, they've got the ball, but straight over the top again, Caloundra. But Brothers win the penalty. This is it. This is the moment. Can't be long now. Buckley, quick tap, and he'll take it into the teeth of the defence. Jack Buckley down this right-hand side. Have we got another moment here for Brothers, or can Caloundra break their hearts and steal it late? As they work into the middle, Kelly Rush inside. Jared Young just needs to hold it and go down. The leg drive is good. Over halfway. Brothers now. Kellen works it to Cummer. Cummer short ball. Brogdon through the line. And taken down now as Kelly Rush. The 2 number 9s for Brothers, proving beautiful as Jared Young works it through the centre. Brothers now down the right-hand side. Van Buskirk strong into contact. Brothers, they're mounting quite the offensive attack here. It's Matthew Gain brings it in on the right-hand side. Kellen now out to the left. Coming out the back to Sam Buckley. Buckley gets it to Coyner down the left. What's he got? Coyner works it back inside. Smart play there by Billy as the boys get there to protect him. Now Kellen works it back inside Brogdon. Brogdon strong and a good clean out there by Uliaviti. The ball is available. Kellen uses it. Taniavasa dummies off the right foot. Taniavasa back inside Pickering. Looking for it. Holds it. Over the top now. Caloundra isn't long enough. Picked up now at the back. Brothers, they're so close. This is it. This is the moment. Kellen calling troops in. Battles the call. They're so close here. He's held up the call. Is the ball back? Referee's got a big job. Kelly picks it up at the back. Taniavasa strong with the clean out. Brothers, they need to just hold this here, build some pressure. Kellen looking left, looking right, short. Man, close to the line. Been held up there. This is great defence by Caloundra. Game on the line. Brothers trying to crash over. Caloundra, they're mounting a yellow and black wall of their own. Advantage for Brothers. This is it. This is the moment.
Huge.
And they'll pull it up now. Well, this is massive. Pickering.
Is this a card? Surely.
Pickering. This will repay the yellow. No punishment at training on Tuesday if he can knock this one over. This is the card.
We've
this
got
is
a card
the moment.
from out wide. Not sure what's going on there.
And the players signalling to the sideline for the 3.
I'm not sure three's the play. They need a bonus point win. They've only scored 3 tries by my calculations. Is it 4?
Brogden bringing his troops in now. And this is the conversation. What's more important? The win or the bonus point? To keep your season alive, you need a try. And this is Noah Brogden. This is your leader. Bringing the boys in.
I'm not sure why the referee's having a committee meeting with the players. He's produced the yellow. Time to go. You want to argue? Upgrade it. Simple.
And brothers, they know how important this next try is if they are to get it. The bonus point is so pivotal. It keeps their season alive. It gives them a fighting chance. And is that a second yellow for Caloundra, or is that just the first?
Still the first. It was
Still
a committee
the first.
meeting.
Okay, yep, just a bit of a shift of blame there, I suppose.
Well, there was enough time to have a judiciary meeting.
And it seems like quick tap
well, that's
is going to be the play for brothers.
And that's come about 10 metres wider from where he blew the penalty.
Tony Avasa has the ball in his hand. It's a clear message. They're going to go for this, brothers. Oh, and it's a 3 for Pickering is the call. He'll take this back a bit. Pickering, this is what he comes to training early for. 5:45 last Thursday. He's been earlier throughout the season. He practices his kicking every single opportunity he can get.
Well, we predicted this early, didn't we? What a game of rugby.
It's been an arm wrestle so far, and Pickering.
A brothers great. War 5, John Eales. Did it. 2000 Bledisloe.
Pickering now, 2025, the Battle of Nicklin Way.
Similar importance.
And he's got it.
He's got it.
He's got it. It's shaped left, turns right. And brothers,
dare I say it, was that the flipper?
that's half time. That's full time. Sorry, they've done it.
Full time.
Elation for brothers.
What a win. That's how brothers roll. It was a great game of rugby.
Brothers have stolen it at the death. It's a Pickering penalty goal to win it. Thanks for joining us here today. What a win from brothers and Caloundra. Will stunt their momentum into the finals, and brothers just keeping their season alive here. This is Sunshine Coast Rugby. Thanks for joining us.